The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focus and sleep and eat right. Vital.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway on the wing along with Finney Smith. Primetime is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Dinwiddie in at point. Clock at 4. Primetime, the pass to McGee. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Break for the second time this season. MP was named Player of the Month. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all is right. To get that award twice during the same season, that puts you in all NBA discussion.
McGee with the block. Here's Primetime. He had 37 points last game out. To the middle. It's taken away by Smith. And it's the Rockets on the break. Nwaba with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Smith the pass to Christopher. Passes it to Şengün. Feeds to Smith. 3 on the clock. Porter outside. No good. Shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. From outside the arc. Another miss by Houston.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Primetime, the pass to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam. And the Rookie of the Month award named not so long ago, MP Greg once again taking home the honors.
And winning that award multiple times in a year is not easy. Hard to think of anyone else taking away Rookie of the Year from MP.
And with Kevin Porter Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. and Otto Porter Jr. Guys, I'm sensing a pattern here.
It can even get a little confusing at times, but no relation that I'm aware of. They're just Porters, Juniors, and quality NBA players.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
They're so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
Dwight Powell's checked in for JaVale McGee. Pass to Christopher. Smith outside. Houston moving the ball around. There's Porter with the 3. The Rockets again can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Primetime. He's just been too hard to handle at the offensive end. His scoring average is just under 34 points a game. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rockets trail by 9. Porter kicks to Nwaba. Smith on the wing. To end the drought. Got a piece of it. Now here is Hardaway. He's tightly guarded. And that one good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Green comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years. I mean, really just a great play to sacrifice his body to take the charge.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Dallas leading by 11. Dinwiddie passes to Green from downtown, and that will fall. A three-pointer on the line from Primetime. Primetime's got 7 points in the game. The Rockets have got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. Outside, Martin. The pass to Matthews. To end the run. Offensive rebound. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Gordon's checked in for Porter. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Dallas. He's guarded by Bullock. Outside Matthews. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. Another miss by Houston. The Mavericks have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Outside Green. Here's Primetime. He has 7. He nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Gordon out there with Matthews. Then it's Smith. Then it's David Nwaba. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Primetime in the last game against San Antonio played some superb basketball. He added 37 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Oh, and with all the gifted range shooters in this league, Doris, it seems like in the clutch, more teams go for those long-distance, quote-unquote, Hail Mary threes rather than 2 quick field goals inside.
Well, it makes sense if you have guys who work on those types of shots. We see Stephen Curry do this all the time. But I don't always agree that that should be the play. If you have the time, go for high-percentage 2-point looks.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Gordon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nwaba passes to Cauley Stein. Here's Smith. It's rebounded by Dallas. Primetime's got his 6th rebound on the night. From deep, another 3 for Dallas.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Boy, this hurts to have to bring up, but I was there for the Rockets title-winning days back in '94 when I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand.
Now, here's Nwaba. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. Gordon against Hardaway. Count it. Good.
Working against size. He's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid. lopsided game for the first half. The Mavericks on top, delivering the...
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Rockets 17, the Mavericks 39.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Primetime.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Hardaway on the wing along with Finney Smith. JaVale McGee is out there with Primetime, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile 1 drive that happened a moment ago.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
Pass to Christopher. Down low. Smith the pass to Christopher. Out to Smith. From deep. That shot misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11" range. So great bloodline. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Şengün. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Well, that's just a good possession. Dorian Finney-Smith moving the ball. He's been working on that aspect of his game.
Back to Porter. Primetime grabs the board. Primetime's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hardaway passes to Primetime. Launches a 3. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
The post pairing for him, Smith along with Şengün. Then it's Porter. Then it's David Wabble. And it's Christopher in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And it's Porter with the ball for the Rockets. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Passes to Christopher. Inside. It's rebounded by Dallas. To the inside. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Aston Nwaba. Here's Christopher. Now back to Nwaba. The pass to Porter. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
Pass to Primetime. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Passes it to Christopher. Back to Porter. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game. And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line. I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And showing some fearlessness there. Smith doesn't mind getting hit while taking the shot.
Boy, what a season 2022 was for the Dallas Mavericks, making it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, the huge upset over the Suns turned that season into what was a dream run early in Luka Doncic's career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Vincent's checked in, and it's Hardy in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Dinwiddie covering. The feed to Smith. Tries from 7, and it's blocked. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
Here's Primetime, and it's good. 2 points. Primetime's got 17 points here in the second half. And with the Mavs, a trip doors to the conference finals puts them ahead of schedule, many people think.
Yes, Kevin, but I don't think you can let that momentum you built last year fade in any way. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. We know how fragile success in the NBA is. You've got a top 5 player on your roster. You have to make sure you're taking advantage of opportunities.
Smith, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Primetime.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Dinwiddie covering. 5 on the clock. Here's Shamet. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Dinwiddie passes to Primetime. Beyond the arc. And the miss. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here.
That's the end
This
of the
crowd
game.